Yeah, I have two things for you in this video. The first one is a box Score Mountain Biking sent me, and in the box is a fully mountain bike frame. And the second one are hundreds of messages from you guys who tried my Crystal FX paint job and failed. And guess what? The reason why you fail is because you don't follow exactly my recipe I gave you in this video, and you don't follow the formula I gave you in the video. I use exactly the same materials you use, and I'm able to do it and you are not. So I thought, let's do a much more simple paint job, which is nearly the same like the Crystal FX, but it's so simple that even a 4-year-old preschooler is able to do it. And let's do it on the Score mountain bike. But before I can open the box, I have to put on some safety goggles, and I swear these safety goggles are necessary because what's in the box will cancel your eyeballs in seconds. So let's open it and let's check it out. So make sure you have your safety goggles on, because check out this nasty color. What is this, please? Pink piggy? Salmon or flamingo? And the folks at Score are serious about the color, because that's the brand new factory frame and the factory color you can buy on their website. Check it out. And yeah, what they want to do is they want to do a dream build of the frame. So they asked me if I can do a not so serious paint job in a not so serious color. And that's exactly what I love. Stripping down a brand new factory new frame to bare carbon, to remove the pink piggy, and to show you a cool paint job you can also do at home if you're not able to do the Crystal FX. Yeah, let's start. Now comes the most satisfying part of the paint job, the sanding. You need a wet sanding bucket like my wet sander, and of course some wet sanding paper, 600 grit, and you have to spend days in sanding down the frame. If you are a newbie, maybe 12 to 15 days. So wet the wet sanding paper and start to sand. You have to remove all the clear coat and color layers, also the white primer underneath, until you reach the raw carbon fiber. Yeah, that can take days. And do you really think I'm that crazy sanding days over days? Not with me. I'm using the Media Blaster. Yeah, check this out! Are you still sanding? You are such poor guys if you have no Media Blasting cabinet. I'm done. What I have to do is some masking and I'm ready for color. And I don't need the safety goggles anymore because the piggy pink is gone. Yeah! Yeah, the frame is prepped and ready for the colors, but before we can apply colors, we have to talk about the primers. If you do it DIY, you have to use a spray can, a 2-component epoxy primer which is suitable for carbon. If you like to do a dark paint job like I do it, you have to use the black one. Link underneath in the video description. If you want to do a light paint job, use the light gray one like this one. I'm using the professional stuff. This one I have to mix it because it's a 2-component stuff. Hardener and primer, I have to fill the gun, and then it's time for the paint booth. The black base coat's on, and now it's time for the effects. And to mix the effects we need some things like a scale, some cups, some of these wooden sticks, an intercoat, a thinner, and of course my treasure box with all the cool hypershifts. So let's open it. Yeah, check these out. These are all effect pigments. Holographic pigments, also glitters, but what I'm searching for is a hypershift. Yeah, this one, it shifts from green to purple. That's what I like and what I'm using. And I will link it also underneath the video in the description if you want to use these pigments yourself. Now we have to mix the hypershift pigment into an intercoat, but don't panic if you want to mix these colors yourself. It's possible because I linked all the products I'm using underneath the video in the description. So go underneath the video, check the video description to find these products and to mix the color yourself. So what we need is 50 grams of intercoat. Use a scale, level the scale and mix 50 grams of intercoat. And now we need 2 grams of the hypershift pigment. That's enough for the color. Don't put too much of this pigment in because it's very effective. 2 grams are enough. Now it's time for the special effect, and if you tried to paint the crystal effect I have shown in several of my videos and couldn't achieve the crystal effect, that's exactly the video for you, because I like to show you an effect which looks nearly the same but is much more easier to achieve even for a beginner, and you don't need much. What we need is the color, of course, I've mixed earlier. We need also a roll of cling foil or saran wrap. If you want to go DIY, you need a brush. If you want to go pro style, you can use a spray gun. And what you also need is a sheet of coated plywood like this. Let's start. At first, cut a piece of the cling foil in the same size of your plywood sheet, because that's what we need to transfer the color. Do it like so. And what we need now is the color on the plywood sheet. And as mentioned before, if you like to go DIY, you can use a brush. Or if you like to go pro style, you can use a spray gun. So DIY style, use the brush and apply the color on the plywood sheet like so. Or if you want to go pro style, fill in the color in a spray gun. And apply the color with the spray gun. And now put the cling foil on top and wrinkle the foil a little bit like so. And that's what we like to print on the frame, or in my case on a second piece of plywood to show you the effect. So let's put the wrap on the plywood and do the print. And check out this nice effect. That's what we like and that's what we want. And now I have to do the same all over the frame. So press a sheet of cling foil on the plywood, apply some color, wrinkle the foil, and press it on the frame. Simple and easy, even a preschooler is able to do this effect. Yeah, our effect has to cure for 20 minutes in the paint booth, maybe an hour if you do it DIY. And in the meantime, we can mix the clear coats because we have to save the artwork, of course. And what's very important, if you like to do it DIY, that you not only use a spray can, what you have to use is a 2-component 2K clear coat. That means there's a hardener in the can, also the clear coat. You have to mix it with a valve. So if you want to go DIY, you use the good 2-component stuff. And if you want to go pro, it's a must to use a 2-component clear coat. The clear coat itself and the hardener, you have to mix it in a ratio. Normally 2 parts of the clear coat and 1 part of the hardener. That's what I did. I can fill my spray gun and I can seal my artwork.